I feel like baking something today. The other day I went to the store and I found these blueberries that were speaking to me. So I decided I want to make a blueberry butter, no, a breakfast blueberry, no, a buttermilk blueberry breakfast cake. What a mouthful. Hopefully, right? Anyway, that's what I want to do today. I have seen this recipe on Pinterest. I'll be sure to link it down below where you can find the exact measurements and ingredients. I just want to get right into it. So my oven is preheating to 350 Fahrenheit and we can get down to business. In this here bowl, I've got my room temperature butter, probably a little too hard, whatever, room temperature butter. I'm gonna put my sugar in here as well as my lemon zest. Lemon and blueberries are like perfect combination. Tastes delicious. So I'm gonna add a little extra, but you do you. I'm gonna cream these together until they are combined. So it's going everywhere, which is probably why you want your butter to be a little more warm, but it's fine. As long as it's combined, we're good. Add my vanilla and my egg. Give it a mix. See, it's all smoothish. It worked out in the end. Separate bowl, I am going to put my flour, just all-purpose flour, and I'm gonna set aside just a little bit in a separate smaller bowl to toss my blueberries in. Got my baking powder. I'm having a good laugh over here because it's 2 teaspoons of baking powder, but it makes me think of Sleeping Beauty when they're making the cake and she's like, "Tisp? What's a tisp?" The things that amuse me. And my kosher salts. I'm gonna whisk this up just to combine it, set it aside. Got my blueberries here that I'm just gonna toss in with that extra flour. The reason why you flour your blueberries or anything you put into baked goods is it helps it not sink right to the bottom. The flour is supposed to kind of grab onto the batter and hold it, suspend it right there where it's at. So hopefully they won't sink too much. As long as they're in there, it's all good. I've got all of my goods. I've got my wet batter, my dry mixture, my blueberries, and buttermilk. What I'm gonna do is incorporate the buttermilk and the dry into this wet, alternating. So I'm gonna start with the dry, give it a mix. Once that is semi-incorporated, I'm gonna add half of this buttermilk, give it a mix. Another portion of dry. The rest of my buttermilk. And the rest of my dry. And I'm gonna mix it up just to combine it, don't overmix it. To ensure no overmixing happens, I'm going to just mix the rest of it by hand, get everything off the bottom, no dry spots. Now I'm gonna pop in my blueberries. Ooh, this seems like a lot of blueberries. We'll see. And I'm gonna just fold those in gently. Be careful not to do a lot of smushing, although it really doesn't matter. They're all going to the same place, my belly. Once those look good and incorporated, we can now just kind of pop into our baking dish and pop into the oven. I've got a 9x9 baking dish here that I'm just gonna coat lightly with some spray, and then just plop this into my dish. My, she's thick. Lunch lady style. Nice and sloppy. Get my offset to help me out here. Get this down in an even layer. This is perfectly fine to go into the oven just like this, but of course I gotta add a little something. So I'm gonna top this with a little extra sugar, give it a little crunch, and I'm coming in hot with this flaky sea salt because sweet always needs something salty. Now I can put this into my preheated oven. I'm going to put this in there for like 30-35 minutes or until the skewer comes out clean and the top has like a nice golden thing going on. Look at what we have here. I did broil it just on low for a couple of minutes just to get it a little browner. It's done. but I wanted just a little more color. My little breakfast cake was in the oven for longer than the 35 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was like more like 45. So everyone's oven is different. Just make sure you keep on checking it to see if the skewer comes out clean. She's clean. Oh, I'm so excited. This whole house smells so good. Pancakes on Sunday morning, which is basically what this is. It's like a big, beautiful breakfast blueberry buttermilk pancake. And I am excited to eat this thing. I'm gonna let it cool just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna dig in. I like the corners. I get a little scoop of this. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the inside of that cake. Wow. Here we have it. What you could do with this is actually top it with some maple syrup if you wanted to. Treat it like the pancake it is. Good golly, wowza, goodness gracious. This tastes so good. The steam coming off of that thing. It's warm and so soft, but rich and like so dense, but it's not raw. Oh, and the blueberries just like kind of pop. And that lemon in there just really does something to it. This is perfect for maybe if you're going to a brunch or you just want to make some breakfast for the weekend or the week. This is perfect prep. You could just scoop it and then just nuke it. It's so easy. You should definitely make this. Enjoy.